And now, News Channel 10's 24/7 local weather first alert forecast, sponsored by Generator Supercenter of Amarillo.
Well, good Friday evening, everyone. As you're wrapping up your Friday, gearing up for the upcoming weekend, it was really nice out there this afternoon. Winds really weren't ever getting it that much out of hand, and you can see those temperatures only got up to about 79 degrees at the heat of the afternoon, and temperatures have already started to cool here right near the top of the 9 p.m. hour. Satellite and radar pretty much quiet out there. We're not seeing that much going on around our area other than a little bit of cloud cover coming in from the southwest. Now, that is important to the forecast, but maybe not in the way that you might think. That's talk temperatures here as we wrap up our Friday gear up for tomorrow. You're going to see those high 60s, low 70s out there, dropping down into the 50s overnight tonight. You're going to see about 52 here in Amarillo, a few places like Dalhart maybe as low as 47. A few low 60s at their absolute warmest. We'll be warming up into the mid 70s by lunchtime tomorrow, and then you'll see right there about 85 degrees as you head on into your Saturday afternoon. Some places down off towards the southeast, maybe a touch warmer, but basically on par with what we've been used to so far this week. Winds are going to stay out of the south, very light here for this evening and tonight. You'll see those winds staying nice and calm as you wake up tomorrow morning, and then we'll see them actually kind of start to turn more out of the southwest as you go on into the afternoon. But you can actually kind of follow right here what we call a surface low. You can see those winds out of the southwest, turning out of the south, and then ultimately east up in the northern parts of the area. There's a weak little low pressure system right there that's going to move through, fire up some severe weather for places other than the Texas Panhandle. So let's clear that off and keep going through our wind tracker here as those wind speeds will hover around that 5 to 15, 10 to 20 mile an hour range for most of the afternoon into the nighttime period. And then Sunday, those winds pick up in a big way. You'll see right there, winds turning out of the southwest, probably at a good 20 to 30 miles an hour. And that is our next weather maker that we're seeing, a dry line that's getting ready to roll through for Sunday. And like I said, it's another one of those situations. It's going to mean severe weather for someone else. Let's take a look at that general setup. As that low pressure approaches the area, it's going to push that drier air off towards the east. Now, if you're east of that line, we're looking at a higher severe weather risk. And if you're off to the west, you're going to see dry, windy, generally warm conditions. That's usually the side we find ourselves on here in the Texas Panhandle. So for tomorrow, with that weak surface low pressure system, you're going to see right here that we have a general thunderstorm risk over half the Texas Panhandle, but generally we're not expecting anything as the moisture just really isn't there. But you will notice that maybe that marginal kind of clips kind of our northeastern counties. Like I said, not really holding our breath for anything. Do be aware, have your First Alert Weather app on hand because we want you to stay weather aware. Looking ahead to Sunday, what you're going to see here is you can see right there in northern Oklahoma into central Kansas. That's an enhanced risk. And then you'll see right there, you can see where that dry line really sharpens up, pushing that more severe weather further off towards the east going into your Sunday afternoon. So let's look at our dew point forecast. As you start out your Saturday afternoon, those dew points will be in the 40s here in Amarillo. And well, you'll notice that's about as close as that moisture really ever gets. You're going to notice right there. We see those dew points try to come into our northern counties, but then the dry line really takes shape going on into your Sunday. And like I said, that's just generally going to leave us in that drier air. So looking at your forecast, there's those lines of showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow. They're around North Texas. Not looking at much in the way for us. We're going to see mostly cloudy skies for your Saturday, as a matter of fact. But like I said, that upper level moisture is there. The lower level, it's just simply going to be too dry. And then you'll see going there into your Sunday, there's that severe weather pushing off into central Oklahoma and parts of Kansas. So your 7-day supercast, not really looking at much in the way of rain chances for us. We're going to see a cold front, though, Monday into Tuesday of next week. That's going to drop us from the mid to upper 80s down into the low 70s for at least a couple of days before a pretty solid warming trend going into late next week, where you'll see mid 80s by Thursday, possibly even 90s going into Friday of next week.